Here's how I optimize Windows 11 for Rust in 2026, and you don't want to skip a single setting in this video. If you're dealing with low FPS, stutters, input delay, or lag spikes during raids, this guide will completely change how Rust runs on your PC. It works on every setup, from budget PCs to high-end gaming rigs. Stick till the end because the mouse settings alone will change how your gunfights feel. Let's get started. Now let's disable a couple of Windows features that most players completely overlook. Open Settings, System Notifications, and scroll down until you find Offer Suggestions and Get Tips and Suggestions when using Windows. Turn both of these options off. These notifications may seem harmless, but they can run background activity and pop up services while you're gaming. Next, go back to Settings, System Storage, and find Storage Sense. Turn Storage Sense off completely. Storage Sense is designed to automatically clean files and manage storage space, but it can sometimes start background disk activity at inconvenient times. Instead of letting Windows decide when to clean your files, we'll manually clear temporary files later in the video with much more control. Did you know Storage Sense could trigger background activity while you're gaming? Comment yes or no. Now let's optimize a few important Windows gaming settings that can affect Rust performance. First, open Settings Gaming Xbox Game Bar and turn Xbox Game Bar off completely. Even if you never use it, Xbox Game Bar can run background services and recording features that consume CPU, RAM, and GPU resources. If you record gameplay, use OBS Studio or NVIDIA Shadowplay instead, as they generally provide more control and are designed specifically for recording and streaming. Next, stay inside the gaming section and open Game Mode. This setting behaves differently depending on your hardware and Windows version. On some PCs, it improves performance, while on others, it can make little difference. For your video, test Rust with Game Mode on and then Game Mode off in the exact same base or server location and compare FPS and frame times so viewers can see the results for themselves. Now let's force Rust to use your dedicated GPU. Open Settings, System Display Graphics. Click Browse, navigate to your Rust installation folder, and add rustclient.exe. Once it appears in the list, click Options, select High Performance, and click Save. This tells Windows to always use your most powerful GPU for Rust. While you're in Graphics Settings, click Default Graphics Settings at the top. Find Hardware Accelerated GPU Scheduling and turn it on. On current versions of Windows, this option is located under Settings, System Display Graphics, Default Graphics Settings. After enabling it, restart your PC. This allows the GPU to handle scheduling tasks more directly, which can improve latency and frame consistency on supported systems. Finally, disable full screen optimizations for Rust. Open your Rust installation folder, find rustclient.exe, right-click it, and select Properties. Go to the Compatibility tab, check Disable Full Screen Optimizations, then click Apply and OK. This can improve frame pacing and reduce input delay by preventing Windows from applying its full screen optimization layer to the game. Now let's clean up unnecessary programs and start up tasks that can slow your PC down before Rust even launches. Open Settings, Apps, Installed Apps, and scroll through the list carefully. If you find applications, launchers, utilities, or software you never use, click the three dots next to them and select Uninstall. Removing unused programs permanently reduces background activity, frees storage space, and can lower RAM and CPU usage over time. Next, open Task Manager by pressing Ctrl+, Shift+S, then click the Startup Apps tab. Here you'll see a list of applications that automatically launch when Windows starts. Pay special attention to programs labeled High Impact. This label means Windows has detected that the application has a significant effect on startup performance because it consumes more CPU, RAM, or disk resources during boot. Unless you need the program running all the time, right-click it and choose Disable. Focus on disabling unnecessary high-impact apps first, as these are often the biggest performance drainers during startup. Finally, let's disable sysmain. Press Windows+R, type Services, MSC, and press Enter. In the Services window, scroll down and find sysmain. Double-click it, click Stop, then change Startup Type to Disabled and click Apply followed by OK. Sysmain is designed to preload frequently used applications into memory, but for gaming PCs, especially systems with limited RAM, it can sometimes use memory and disk resources for programs you are not currently using. Disabling it can free up resources and reduce background activity while gaming. Next, press Start, type, adjust the appearance and performance of Windows. and open it. This brings up the classic Performance Options window. In the Visual Effects tab, you'll see multiple animation and UI effects settings. The fastest way to boost performance is to select Adjust for Best Performance, which instantly disables all heavy animations like window fades, shadows, and smooth transitions. This makes the system feel much more responsive, especially on low or mid-range PCs. After applying it, you can bring back a balanced look by manually re-enabling two important options: Smooth Edges of Screen Fonts keeps text clean and readable, and Show Thumbnails instead of icons helps you quickly identify files visually. This middle ground setup keeps Windows looking usable while still removing most unnecessary visual load. The result is a noticeably snappier desktop feel, faster window opening, and reduced UI lag without making the system look completely plain or broken. This setting has nothing to do with FPS, but it changes how Rust feels completely. To disable it, open Start menu, go to Settings, then head into Accessibility, or in some Windows versions, Bluetooth and Devices, Mouse, Additional Mouse Settings. This opens the classic mouse properties window. Now switch to the Pointer Options tab, where you'll find Enhance Pointer Precision. That option is actually mouse acceleration in disguise. When it's turned on, your cursor doesn't move in a consistent 1-to-1 ratio with your hand. Instead, Windows changes sensitivity depending on how fast you move your mouse. In slow movements, it feels normal, but in fast flicks, it suddenly overshoots or changes distance, which breaks consistency. For games like Rust, this is a big problem because PvP aiming depends on muscle memory and repeatable flick distances. If acceleration is on, the same hand movement can produce different in-game results every time, making your aim feel inconsistent in close-range fights and spray tracking. Uncheck Enhance Pointer Precision completely, then click Apply. Now your mouse input becomes raw, direct 1-to-1 movement, meaning every flick and micro-adjustment behaves exactly the same every time. This matters more in Rust gunfights than most players realize because consistency wins fights, not just speed. Was Enhanced Pointer Precision on your PC? Comment yes or no. Drop your Rust FPS before and after in the comments, and if your raids finally run smooth in 2026, you already know what to do.